Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel where we are talking about civilian life during the war. And in this episode we are talking about health, both physical and mental health of Ukrainians. Well, what can I say? Medical screening and regular checkups are not priorities now for Ukrainians because some people cannot access to proper medical facilities because of the bombing or missile attack or artillery fire. And in less targeted regions, for example, Khmelnytsky, Ternopil, Lviv, when I mean less targeted, I mean in comparison with Zaporizhia or Kharkiv, don't get me wrong. People also are not spending extra money for regular checkups, only on necessary and urgent medical matters, for example, appendix or any other urgent surgery. I need to check my Lyme condition. I'm doing blood tests every 3 months, but this quarter I decided maybe I shouldn't do it because tests were fine last time. And almost all my extra money are going to Mr. Sternenko. He has all my heart, and I'm donating on FPV drones because our militaries are in need, and all your donation that coming on my Buy Me a Coffee page also going to FPV drones. So guys, in case you want to support this channel and me as a content creator, please go to description of this video and find Buy Me a Coffee link, and you will receive not only my huge appreciation but also my personal vlogs. But back to the Lyme tests. I found the lab that provides Lyme analysis on discount in the package because it's soon May and ticks are waking up and have a season, so that is why they are provided. So I was happy to find a discount, but not all labs provide such promos. Hope my analysis will be fine. But let's get back to the health statistic. Ukrainian doctors are saying that war situation can potentially increase the growth of serious diseases of the elder stage of development. For example, oncology of the third or fourth stage, because people are not doing screenings. It's not the priority. This also relates to hypertension. Strokes and heart attacks can be increased also. These doctors also saying that Ukrainians will age 10-15 years. It's not about appearance, guys, because my friends, for example, in Twitter said that my mom looks very young on the photos. However, it's about diseases that can manifest in younger age. Medics have discovered a lot of pathologies while examining children. For example, children's obesity, stress of compulsive eating, or diseases of the stomach. What am I saying? I'm not a child, I'm adult, but my stomach went crazy when I'm stressing, and now I'm stressing very frequently. All this mass missile attack on critical infrastructure or energy grid, on civil infrastructure, make me crazy, and I'm thinking about future, I'm crying, I'm stressing about my mom, and suddenly I can wake up from the explosions that have never happened, or how Lviv is attacked on ground in my dream everywhere, and I need to flee urgently. If you guys wanted to ask me about the candle background, it's for Sumy region, Kharkiv and Zaporizhia that are bombing constantly, without day offs and vacations. Mr. Matt Johnson, hello. If you are watching this video by any chance, please put the package with Ukrainian aid on vote. We are desperately needed. Ukrainians are praying every Sunday in the church and every night when we go to bed for increasing the aid from the side of Western partner, or for voting for American aid package for Ukraine, not because we are greedy, but because we want to protect our offsprings and kids. And if we are talking, guys, about children, the rough calculation confirms that third of the Ukrainians are living in rural areas, in the villages, and they have no proper access to medical facilities. They need to go to the town or to the larger district. However, roads can be rough and not all children can endure it and stuck in line for all the day. That's why some parents are neglected regular children's examination. And guys, I'm saying about villages that are situated in more or less calm areas. What we can say about villages in Donetsk or Zaporizhia or Sumy region that are under constant artillery fire. And due to the lack of finances in such families in the villages, or due to the lack of supermarkets in this village, it causes improper nutrition for children and as a result endocrine pathology. But what doctors have not expected to see is a lot of allergic reaction while examining both children and adults. This could be a dermatitis, rhinitis, or bronchial asthma, and it's caused by poor air quality, for example, by detonating the shells that polluted the air, or by explosion of oil deposits, or bombing. It's also increased the air pollution. By the way, guys, my husband also developed an allergic reaction due to the war, and it manifested on his face. It's right here. It's allergic dermatitis. Guys, this video has been built on my personal observation and experience. That is why I am not saying about militaries who are suffering with mental and physical issues on the front line and literally losing their lives, limbs and health there. However, I need to stop there and express appreciation to them, because only thanks to them I'm now talking with you and I'm alive. And only because these brave men and women have put their life on pause, I can live my own life, having access to the internet, watch the silly movie, smile, imitate normality, sharing with you my stupid feelings. And according to my personal observation, war has influence on mental health immensely, even for people who are living in Lviv and Uzhhorod, and even for those who fled in Europe as refugees. Guys, we see the traces of the war everywhere, literally. And recently I've spoke to volunteers from the center how they are doing mentally, and the answers, guys, were not good. Let's check what Julia has to say.
War, of course, affected on my health. I think mostly on my mental health, because now level of anxiety have increased. I have a bad sleeping because my parents live in Zaporizhia, and every night I suddenly wake up and check my phone news, because I'm worried about them.
But recently a snippet of happiness has happened. Our YouTube friend Alan has sent a parcel to me and Julia, the token of appreciation, to make our days a bit brighter. I promised him to open it with Julia together in volunteer center. On this footage you can see our pure reaction of joy and surprise, because we have not expected to find the letter and cross inside the parcel. I wish all Ukrainians could have some happy moments in daily life so it can improve mental health. And another big issue that we have got, the issue of aggression. Controlled aggression is the issue. Ukrainian society is getting more angry and reacting more vocal on controversial social events. For example, on quotes on some politicians, Western politicians. But guys, please don't blame us for this, because uncontrolled aggression is caused by the nerves, stress, trauma and fear. And if in the comments you are seeing angry Ukrainian, please don't blame us for this. Remember about CPTSD, the stress-related mental disorder that can be developed due to the repetitive or constant traumatic events that individual has been coping with for a long time. For example, imagine you're the individual, person, civilian, and you're about to sleep, and you just scroll a news feed for the latest news before you go to bed. Of course, not useful habit. But you're reading that strategic bombarders of Russia are in the air, and possibly launches are planned on the early morning. They will do a missile attack on the early morning, and you know that these strikes are mostly going on civilian infrastructure. So you're seeing it, and what will you do? You go to the corridor, put your mattresses on or sleeping bags here, and trying to sleep, but putting your alarm on early morning to be awake while missile attack. And if your region you're sleeping in is lucky enough to skip the missile attack because missiles have gone to another region, possibly your loved ones or your relative friends are living in the region that was suffered this night. Of course, it provokes anxiety. Of course, you on your phone checking the news and calling to your loved ones to ask, how are you? And even if you see in the internet calm Ukrainians that are walking in evenings, it does not mean that mentally we are well. It does not mean that streets of the cities we are walking in will be safe at night, because ballistic missiles can fly everywhere, even on Poland territory. And war has been ongoing for 30 years so far. Ukrainians cannot lie down in the coffin and wait while Russians will occupy us. We are trying to have certain routine and balanced life to cope with CPTSD syndrome and not lose our minds. And such comments in the internet as "I saw Ukrainian gallivanting around the city center, so there is no war and they do not need help," I consider as black humor from the person who out of touch with the reality. So that is why I will do my best next week to create simple daily vlogs of Ukrainian roller coaster of life, to show you how drastically situation of normalcy can change in the country. And I wanted to say thank you to each of you who has been watching this video till the very end. You're my hero. Please put thumbs up to this video and share it in Facebook and Blue Sky. I know this is a new social media who can potentially make Elmo crazy, and soon maybe I will be in the Blue Sky. Thank you guys and see you next time. Bye bye.